This is the voice of Vietnam, broadcasting from Hanoi, capital of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam.
Welcome to the Voice of Vietnam. I'm Cẩm Thi. On today's show, after the news, current affairs will shed light on the important role of the cultural development in boosting socio-economic growth. Our letterbox acknowledges listeners' emails and letters sent to our program during the week. First, here's the news. In the news headlines, the Philippine House Speaker welcomes National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huê's official visit. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính commemorates Võ Văn Kiệt, a revolutionist who devoted his life to national independence and freedom and people's happiness. And Cambodia champions multilateral defense cooperation at ASEAN meeting. Now the news in detail. Speaker of the Philippine House of Representatives, Martin Romualdez, has welcomed the first official visit to the Philippines by National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huê and expressed his belief that the visit will create a new impetus for the strategic partnership between the Philippines and Vietnam to develop effectively and substantively in all fields. Speaker Romualdez and National Assembly Chairman Huê held talks in Manila on Wednesday, shortly after the welcome ceremony at the House headquarters. At the talks, the two leaders agreed to strengthen the existing good relations between the two countries in politics, diplomacy, and trade investment. Romualdez thanked Vietnam for donating medical supplies to his country during the pandemic and consistently being a trustworthy and stable rice provider amid the global food crisis. He said he hopes that the Philippines can export more goods to Vietnam. Also at the talks, in the presence of parliamentarians of the two countries, the representatives of the Philippine House of Representatives read the full text of the resolution on strengthening cooperation between the Philippines and Vietnam through the Philippines-Vietnam Friendship Parliamentary Group. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and a high-ranking delegation of the Republic of Uganda arrived in Hanoi Wednesday afternoon, beginning a three-day visit to Vietnam at the invitation of President Nguyễn Phúc. The visit, the first by a head of state between Vietnam and Uganda, will be an important milestone in bilateral ties. It takes place in the context of the two countries looking towards the 50th anniversary of their diplomatic ties on February 9, 1973. The two sides will use the occasion to review multifaceted cooperation and set out specific measures to raise the efficiency of collaboration. During his stay in Vietnam, President Museveni is scheduled to pay tribute to late President Ho Chi Minh at his mausoleum in Hanoi, hold talks with his Vietnamese counterpart, witnessed the signing of cooperation agreements, and paid courtesy visits to Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng and Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính. He will also attend the Vietnam-Uganda Business Forum and visit some Vietnamese businesses and agencies. The 100th birth anniversary of Prime Minister Võ Văn Kiệt took place in his home province of Vĩnh Long Wednesday. Delivering a speech at the ceremony, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính recalled the life and career of the late Prime Minister.
Cuộc đời sự nghiệp cách mạng của đồng chí Võ Văn Kiệt.
Prime Minister Võ Văn Kiet's life and revolutionary career represents a loyal revolutionist, an excellent leader with whole life devotion to his home country and people. With a democratic and practical working style, with combination of theory and practice, doing what he said, dare to think, to do, and to be accountable. The comrade has contributed significantly to encouraging people from all walks of life to actively follow the revolution path initiated and led by the Communist Party of Vietnam. For him, renovation means creation and leveraging on strengths of the nation, people, history, and people of Vietnam to successfully achieving revolutionary objectives. About 1,100 venerable monks, nuns, and followers in Vietnam and abroad will attend the 9th National Congress of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha for the 2022-2027 term in Hanoi next Monday. The organizing committee told a press conference Wednesday that the Congress themed Discipline, Responsibility, Solidarity, Development will review and evaluate accomplishments of the previous tenure and set out directions and tasks for the next 5 years. Most Venerable Thích Huệ Thông, Deputy Secretary General and Chief of Office of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha said,
Đại hội Chính giáo và Phật giáo Việt Nam có nhiệm vụ
The 9th Congress of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha will elect the Executive Committee and the President. The Congress will also give awards of the Buddhist Sangha in the state to collectives and individuals. An important part is to amend the charter of the Vietnamese Buddhist Sangha and a number of other Buddhist affairs. A program to donate social welfare and health insurance cards to people with disadvantages took place in Hanoi and virtually in 63 cities and provinces on Wednesday. The program served ethnic minorities, disadvantaged people, and vulnerable groups without health care and social welfare insurance. This annual program aims to ensure a cozy Lunar New Year festival for the needy. Director General of the Vietnam Social Insurance, Nguyễn Thị Mạnh, was speaking in the launch ceremony.
Chúng tôi cũng rất vui mừng khi thời gian qua sổ bảo hiểm.
We are pleased the social welfare and healthcare program cards have been selected by many philanthropists, organizations, and businesses as practical gifts to the poor and disadvantaged in the charity programs. This is not only a material gift, but also a major spiritual encouragement to share with the beneficiaries the burden of cost in case of illness and a stable source of income as retirement salary for them after working age. National Tourism Year 2023 themed green conversions will take place in the southern coastal province of Bình Thuận, according to a press conference on Wednesday. The Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism and the People's Committee of Bình Thuận Province will be the event's organizers. The ministry said it hopes that the values and potentials of tourism in Bình Thuận and Vietnam in general will be conversed and promoted effectively to turning tourism into a spearhead economic sector. National Tourism Year 2023 will have more than 20 events and activities at interprovincial, national, and international levels, plus more than 160 events and activities organized by 41 provinces and cities. The highlight will be the announcement ceremony of the National Tourism Year as a Carnival Festival to be held on the evening of December 31st in Phan Thiết City. The National Tourism Year will officially open in March next year. Bình Thuận is endowed with 192-kilometer coastline, Phu Quỳ Island, Mũi Né National Tourist Area, diverse natural and humanistic tourism resources, and favorable natural environment. This area converts enough factors to develop a variety of products: resort tourism, excursions, recreational sports on the sea, sand dunes, adventure tourism, exploration of flora and fauna under the sea, cultural tourism, tours of beliefs associated with historical and cultural relics, and special traditional festivals. Up next on VOV, here's the world news. Cambodian Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Defense General Thia Bang has emphasized the role of multilateral cooperation mechanisms, together with respect for international law, self-restraint, and peaceful solutions, which he said are the most rigorous choice to deal with any risk. He was speaking at the opening of the 9th ASEAN Defense Ministers meeting, plus in Siem Reap City on Wednesday. The event was attended by defense ministers and officials from member countries of ASEAN and partner countries, including Australia, China, India, Japan, the Republic of Korea, New Zealand, Russia, and the US. The Vietnamese delegation was led by Minister of National Defense General Phan Van Giang. Russia called on Turkey to show restraint from actions that would worsen the situation in Syria. The Kremlin said on Wednesday, as Turkey launched airstrikes on Kurdish militant bases in northern Syria and Iraq on Sunday. Alexander Lavshenkiev, a Russian envoy to Syria, called on Turkey to show restraint to prevent any escalation of tension. Russia's RIA Novosti State News Agency reported. The U.S. State Department spokesperson said Wednesday that the U.S. opposes any military action that destabilizes the situation in Syria. Washington expressed its concern to Ankara about the impact of escalation on the goal of fighting the Islamic State, the spokesperson said. Also in the news at headlines, once again, the Philippine House Speaker welcomes National Assembly Chairman Wing Dinghui's official visit. Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh commemorates Võ Văn Kiệt, a revolutionist who devoted his life to national independence and freedom and people's happiness. And Cambodia champions multilateral defense cooperation at ASEAN meeting. That's the news.